Congrats on your win. Just want to start off with some opening comments, Patty, on what it was like to get this win today.
It's nice to put the cherry on top of my 2024 season to win my last event of the year. It's definitely going to be a nice feeling to take some time off. And to be able to do it alongside Jake, it's just been so fun, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner.
Jake, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same. Just great way to end the year before Christmas, and I feel like in an event like this, you never really know what your partner's going to be like when you haven't met him before. And I feel like I couldn't have gotten a better partner, and I feel like we just got along perfectly. Energy was the same, and it was a really, really fun week.
Jake, like you just mentioned, that you guys went from meeting just for the first time earlier this week to holding a trophy greenside. What's it like to have now a friend for life?
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't get to play in many tournaments like this. This is my first time really playing an event like this. I think the last time was maybe with my brother when I was 15. So, but yeah, I mean, definitely having this connection, and I might have kind of early called it coming up 18. I said same time next year, and she said it's not done yet. So, but hopefully it's safe to say we're going to play again next year.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think being able to build a friendship, especially in this sport, it's such a small community. Everybody kind of knows one another, and to be able to kind of build another close friend is pretty sweet.
Perfect. With that, may have a few more, but we're going to just go ahead and open up for questions. We're going to start off with Beth Ann here on the left.
When did you guys realize that you won on the same day earlier this year?
I always knew that. I just want to tell him. I didn't want to jinx it, but I was very close on mentioning it yesterday, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait.
I remembered seeing when I won that like two other Bruins had won, like Champions Tour and LPGA Tour.
It was you, me, and Bronte on the same week, this year.
And I think something like that happened when I won on like the Canadian Tour as well. But it was definitely in the back of my head. But until we finished the round today, I had no idea.
Patty, I'm just curious if you could just talk about the arc of your season. And it was very emotional earlier in the year when you won, and just kind of where that took you in terms of confidence.
I feel like how I started the season was like highs of highs, right? Back-to-back wins. And then I felt like I just hit a plateau for a little bit, was figuring out my putting. I went through 8 putters this year, and to be able to, finish off finding something that, okay, this is going to be my gamer next year, it's a nice feeling. But I feel like my game has been really up and down. I didn't finish my season the way I wanted to, and to cap this off, to play good golf on this course that I didn't 2 weeks ago was a really good feeling.
And you obviously putted beautifully. What did you find?
I'm not sure. I mean, Morgan was asking me that after the round. I was like, I don't know. I just roll them in. Like, it just comes. I guess that's just golf. Yeah.
And over to the right side, we have Sarah with LPGA.
For both of you, I mean, is that as much fun as you all have had on the golf course, maybe ever? I mean, it just looked like you two enjoyed it so much out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think kind of an inside joke in between my caddy and I is like not really out there to have fun, in my opinion. I treat it very much like a job, and it's like winning is fun. So I try to go out there and play the best I can. It's not that I'm not trying to enjoy myself by any means, but I take golf very seriously, and I expect a lot of myself. So a week like this felt a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's like, let's just make sure we enjoy it. You don't get to do this very often. It's the first time meeting each other. You also just don't want to give off that bad energy if you're a teammate. If you hit a bad shot, whatever it is. And so, even when I hit a bad one, she was the first one patting me on the back. So it just made it very, very easy, even when you're making some mistakes and whatnot, just to carry on and go about your business.
I think Jake also got a heads up from Allison to babysit me, so he's probably he won Best Babysitter of the Year award.
Patty, I know confidence is a hard thing to kind of come by when you're slogging it out on the LPGA and then trying to beat everybody in the field every week. You looked so much more confident and comfortable this week. Was it just having that validation from playing with him, or was it that validation of just you're rolling the rock really well and playing some great golf?
Yeah, I feel like Jake was like the biggest help out of all the factors, but if anything, I feel like I found something those 2 weeks off. Just working on some stuff, getting through thoughts in my head, and I was just really clear coming into the week, even though, like, guys, practice round, I don't know how, I wouldn't have known how I would, like, play because I was so stressed out. Like, I was literally, like, cutting my drives, and I was like, I don't want to put Jake in a bad spot. So he really helped me on the first day, just like free it up and send it, and I hit a couple good ones, and I found some good feels that worked this week, and we were, able to close it out.
And then finally, obviously, this Lydia talked about this tournament, that win really lifting her to a solid season next year. For both of you, what are you both looking forward to in 2025 and having some momentum maybe from a really fun week out here at Grant Thornton?
You go.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully more of this, hopefully more interviews and more trophies, and just trying to, I think next year I would like to be a lot more consistent, just kind of throughout the season. I don't think I, similar to what she was saying, I don't think I played as well the second half of the season as I would have liked, and it was my rookie year, so there's a lot of just getting used to the courses and things like that. I feel like now I, kind of feel like I'm more settled in. I know what's going on. I know my schedule, and I can just focus on the weeks ahead.
Oh, yeah. For me, I think I'm excited going into the next season. I feel like I'm getting the gist of what I actually have to work on. Like, I kind of see a very clear direction on what I'm taking, just overall with my game. So I'm excited to take some time off and get back to work in January.
Perfect. That's all the questions we have. Patty, Jake, thank you for the time, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
We can actually have you stay seated, and we will get sign in some flags.